everybody, Ken Salvail here from Grower Coach. Just having a look at the celery crop this year. Remember some of the tips on growing celery are to start it early and harvest it a bit late. So for us here in southern part of Western Canada, we have to start our celery somewhere around the 15th of February, maybe towards the end of February, in that last 15 days of February. Then at that point, we get the seed started early, we get it up sprouting, we just grow it along through into March, and we transplant it on into a little bit bigger containers so that it gets growing a little bit. And then we really can't plant it outside until we get into about middle of May. And so that's good timing, somewhere around the 15th of May for us here. Check your local temperatures, because funny thing with celery is it seems like it's a crop that wouldn't mind to be cool, but it's not particularly good at being cool. It prefers to be warm. And but by the time we get around the 15th or 20th of May here, it's starting to warm up. Our nighttime temperatures are well above freezing, and there's no issue with frost typically. Watch your weather forecasts. So here's our celery crop this year. We're now into the first week of September, and it's looking quite beautiful. This variety is called Tango, and Tango is a bit of a shorter variety. We actually, last year we were growing a variety called Tall Utah it's called, and it grows quite a bit taller, about 30 inches tall. These guys are in that 18 to 24 inches tall range. And so today we're just going to cut a bunch of celery, because it's that time that we've used up all the celery we had inside. You know, we made a beautiful batch of celery soup, cream of celery soup, super good. Just nothing like using fresh picked celery in anything. It's fabulous. It's the best thing you can have. So if you haven't tried growing celery, you're going to have to try it, because it's not as difficult as you would imagine, and there's not really a lot of pests that bother it, really. I find it's low on the pest category. I know we did have some grasshoppers in on it there last year, but this year not so much. So I'm just going to find approximately the tallest plant here, and I'm going to go in and see if I can get that cut. And, I see what's going on. I'm just going to take this one out here. Alright, so I've just cut it right out at the bottom, so you can see what that looks like. And yeah, it's beautiful. Like I you know, if I was cooking soups and that sort of thing, these smaller stems are delicious and full of a lot of flavor. And if I was going to be putting some cream cheese on it, I'd probably want these bigger stems. They're, you know, a little bit fatter. But you can see how much greener these ones grown in the garden are. When they grow them commercially, they bury the bottom part of the plant with just some soil. They heal it up so that it turns a bit white on the base, and I guess that's what people like to see, is a little bit of a pale discoloration at the base of the plant. But for myself, I love the chlorophyll. I want to get as much green as I can, and that's definitely the way to go, is to just grow them as they grow. Now celery does need a little bit of nutrition. I do feed generally about once a week once they get going, and regular water supply is really one of the keys. So I have an automated system that runs for about 10 to 15 minutes once a day, and it's every day at 10 a.m. when I can come out to the garden to check it. So yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful celery. I'm super stoked about this, and I want to get in, make some more cream of celery soup, and just have some to munch on, because it's just a beautiful thing. And when you do grow your own, it's not bitter. It's generally really nice. It's tasty, delicious, has a strong celery flavor, but it doesn't have any bitterness, which is really, I think that's also a key to having consistent watering, is when you have consistent water supply, you can have sweet vegetables. So that's one of the keys, especially with cucumbers. Some of you already know that. So if you let your cucumbers dry out all the time and wilt a little bit, they will become bitter. So it's kind of a situation. Can also happen with your celery. But there you go. This is the first we've had a few harvests already. We've had some soup already, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plants left. This is the 14th one, so it means we've got a good solid supply for the whole month of September and even beyond. But just make sure you get it all before it freezes. That's the key. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in today. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel just to help to proliferate it. Share this with a friend who you think is a gardener who might appreciate it. And give growing celery a try. It's something that's quite fun. I find it's really easy to do. And if you haven't tried, why not try? It's worth it. Alrighty, thanks everyone. Have a great day.